Hello, happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time, and I talk about success. Uh, uh, in a world, success is profoundly changing. So the concept and the success is redefining right now from the concept of only accumulating wealth, positions, authority. So it is much more wider and deeper concept that only materialistic accumulation. So today I have an interesting topic to share with you. It's about self-care and the boundary issues. These two are very deeply interconnected, and right now there's a lot of information about it and a lot of sharing about it, but I still believe that there is a great confusion and misunderstanding, and also there's a still very limited concept about self-care. I start with that one, self-care. Hello, MJ. Thank you for coming and joining me here. And if you are there and would like to participate in discussion, can you please give permission to StreamYard to see so that I can see your name? And so welcome. So the self-care and caring for others are very interesting concept that is really imbalanced in our society. Hello, Angela. Thank you for coming. So, when we grow up, and also I noticed that we still teaching our children about the concept that we would like to be very nice to other people. We would like to be considered, sensitive. We have been taught to be supportive, understanding, giving and helping, and all of this we still teaching our children to be. So this and then of course they grow up and go and live with this concept, and they consider their worthiness only through the level of helping others. So this is a very unhealthy and very damaging concept to be and believe, to hold and live by. When we go and do all of this stuff, helping, understanding, over loyal, over giving, thinking that this is right things we're doing, but then there is a time in our life when we feel empty. Our cup is empty. Our hearts are hardening. Our souls are hungry for love and understanding, but we cannot have it if we function and live from that concept of not having worthy for ourselves and not building our worthiness because we are unique and have inner genius, but because we keep helping and providing and giving others, thinking that that's the only way I'm worthy. Thank you. I just need to drink water. So this is really unhealthy and damaging, and I would like you really to consider that in your own life and the life of your families and friends. So the worthiness is an intimate inner measure of your genius and your essence. So there is a new way of forming our worthiness is now start to kick into our lives. And I have these 6 grandchildren, and every time I have them with me, what we practice, we form a circle. And there's 6 of them, and there's 2 of me and my helper. So we form the circle, and we put every day one person in the middle. And the rule is that we only tell good things about that person that is in the middle. We call it hot seat. So only good stuff. And children love it so much because it is basically building their worthiness. It's showing how unique and geniuses they are. And we also sit as adults in that hot seat. And you know how much you can learn from what children would tell you, right? So that's a very great exercise to start to change this very limited and unhealthy concept of self-care and caring for others, caretaking others, right? So the boundary issue is really interconnected to this self-care concept as well. We create boundaries by having our skin or having our territory or having our a plot of lands, and this is our territorial boundaries and our own inner or outer boundaries. So the concept of boundary is mostly always been and still is for other for creatures, for all the animals and all life world, and for us, based on the instinctual survival mechanism. So in humanity, in the evolution of our growth, we always been building boundaries based on the survival, on defending ourselves, protecting ourselves, and also adapting to the environment that we live on. And in this outdated concept is also now start to crumble, because our new reality now shows that we all interconnected. Our new reality of what's happening in the world right now is start to be creating more of a concept of transcendence and ascension of the boundaries, because the more we rise our consciousness and equip our higher faculties, the more we are connected. We intimately start to understand, know, sense, feel ourselves. And this inevitably will be creating new concepts of the building boundaries or dissolving them, and also new way of taking care of ourselves, right? And taking care of others. We need to balance these concepts. So the new concept of reality is transcending and ascension of this. And the more we rise in our consciousness, the more we start to realize that really, in reality, on that spaces of existence, we are not having any boundaries. We are one. And we can start to consider boundaries from the point of view of non-duality, from the perspective of unity, right? So, and in order for us to build healthy boundaries, it is the healthy boundaries, and our health is sit on interdependent communion. So we need to learn how we can create the boundary that will allow us to create communion with the others, so that we can healthily give and receive and exchange and receive and give nurturing from others and from the outside world, right? So, and also we need to teach our children how to build healthy boundaries. But this is the process that this is where we need to start to really pay attention first, to heal our boundaries that are not healthy, because there's so many unhealthy boundaries that I come across as a healer, as a practitioner and energy therapist in my clients. I could see all sorts of boundaries that are unhealthy, that have been invaded in the past and still need to be repaired and healed. There's so many of the rigid boundaries and very inflexible that needs to be start to be healed in a way that they are flexible and allow all the life energy and life force to go freely through them and allow them to be creative in their life, right? So I think I shared with you some time ago in my another show that that there's a new concept of how we can teach our children to create a healthy boundary. It is so important to understand that our children are not our possessions, and our children don't owe us anything. So it's a independent, growing person that needs to start to express themselves when they grow up. But if they, in their family, have constant invasion of their boundaries. For example, I noticed some time ago when my granddaughter, and boys, they little, like my granddaughter was 5 or 6, and I noticed how grandfather ran after her and grab her and kiss her and hug her, because this is our expression of love for children. But I also noticed that she is trying to protect herself. She is contracting and running away from him. And I noticed that she's really not enjoying that constant expression of love, right, in that form. So then I talked to her and I said, Maya, you have to start to communicate your boundaries. Just stand strong, look in the eyes of your grandfather and say, I'm not feeling huggable right now. I'm not feeling like I would like to hug with you. I'll come back to you when I feel huggable, right? So, and I noticed this tendency is everywhere. A lot of people thinking that children needs to be hugged and kissed. Yes, they are. When they little, up to 7-year-old, children are living in our energy fields, and they're okay to be close to us. But up to 7-year-old, there's a new an individual formation of the energy body starts to be taken in children. And that's where it is very painful and actually really invasive to express your love towards children in such an invasive way. So we need to be really conscious and see and observe what's happening and how and when our children are ready to receive love in such a form. So these concepts are now start to be really looked in a much more a healthy way, and also in a desirable way, to start to deal with our own issues of the boundaries, with our own issues of caretaking others in an excessive way. So this is all indicates a very imbalanced state that you are in, and so many physical symptoms and so many physical diseases comes from that state of not having your own worthiness for you. And this is something that we need to pay attention, because our physical body is constantly communicating with us. It's constantly communicating and telling us where we are out of balance, right? So I would like to really point out and stress on three points today about this discussion. And I would like to invite you to look at yourself and analyze and see what concept of the self-care you are holding. If it is only limited towards the caring for your physical body, well, then you need to really widen this perception, because we not only having the physical boundary, we have emotional, mental, we have spiritual boundaries, right? This is all a part of our greater anatomy, and that needs to be also taken care of. So if you also need to analyze the motives of why you have that impulsive desire to help others. And if you have that impulses of helping, jumping into supporting, recommending, advising, and have all of these sorts of impulsive desire to help the other without them asking you, well, then this is the indication of you having that unhealthy way of caretaking others, and also unhealthy way towards your self-care, right? So this is the first point. The second one is, if you have any slightest feeling of resentment towards the one that you caretaking, or towards the one that you taking care of, well, then this is also the sign and indication that your balance between your own self-care and taking care of others is in imbalanced state, right? So, and the third one is that in order for us to start to create new way of the taking care of ourselves, and new boundaries, possibly dissolved boundaries, possibly the boundaries that are not exist in a way that it was before, and not based anymore on the instinctual survival and defensive mechanism. As we go and work through our defenses, and as we go and we heal our wounds and traumas, as we work through all of these demanding erroneous beliefs and demanding patterns of wanting others to be different. So as we work through that, we start to create a much more integrated, united, and not dualistic way of holding our own boundary, and also helping others to build their boundaries. So the third point is that I invite you start to really shift your focus to find and discover your genius and your core essence, and also start to develop that genius, so that through that creative expression of your genius and your essence, you can serve other people instead of caretaking them. That would be a much more healthy way of relating to each other, much more healthy way of helping each other, supporting each other, because that would be based on your worthiness. Because when you discover your genius, and when you connect to that place and start to express yourself from that essence, that divine space within yourself, you're gonna to create a lot of benefit for other people, and that will be feeding back to you your joy, your happiness, your worthiness. And this is the healthy exchange and a healthy boundary matrix that needs to be created in our society, and also children needs to be taught in that way. So I think I would like to finalize today by saying to you that I'm working on the Askara method program, which have a number of programs, and my program for the beginners, there is Realize to Reset Road, is dealing with these issues of the boundaries, building boundaries, and also creating very effective practical tools and understanding about self-care and caring for others. This program, this road, in a way, can be considered if you would like to have a better understanding about these very, very important issues in your life. And I would like to say thank you for all of you who are here with me today, and who is going to reply my show later. I am so grateful that you here supporting me, and also possibly you can spread this this new concept and apply into your life, and that will create more balance, more happiness, more joy, health. It will create a holistic wellness within you and around you. Because once you start to really change for true self-care and change and create your healthy boundaries, your this is the greatest expression of self-love, then the same gonna to happen with people that you come across and relate to. So thank you so much, and I will come back again next week with another topic, Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And yes, MJ, thank you. Understanding self-care is so important. Well, that's what I am observing right now, that not many people are understanding about self-care. Most of people thinking only about going on holiday, having some massages or spa treatments, having some days off, and basically this is all around caring about your physical body. Having rest is caring about your mind, but we also need to include into this caring about our emotional body, our spiritual body, and also the main things is to start to find and discover and build and strengthen our sense of worthiness, because who we are is the most powerful asset that we have in life, and this is the asset that we need to start to support, strengthen, heal, clean, and build in a way that then we can stand as a rock and place all our life on us, the healed new leaders. Okay, thank you so much, and I'm gonna to put the music, and I will see you next week at 2 p.m. South Australian time. Thank you. Bye.